guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the basics of crochet. So I'm going to be teaching you how to hold your hook, how to make a slip knot, and how to chain. So first we're going to discuss the yarn type. So you don't want to use really thick yarn like this, because this is really hard to work with. And even though I have a lot of experience in crochet and I'm actually pretty good at it, it's really hard to use this yarn. So you also don't want to use velvet yarn because let me just find the end. What I do is to find the other, it's shake it around, which is kind of bad. What has happened to my ball? Because there are these little thingies, I guess, and it's around thread, and it's really hard to work with them. They're these little things, and they come off really easily. You shouldn't also use thin yarn, but I don't really have that right now because I'm too lazy to bring it. So I'm just gonna be using this yarn, just kind of in between the thick yarn, the super thick yarn, and the thin yarn. So we're gonna first start with how we hold a crochet hook. First of all, you have to be right-handed to crochet. You have to work really hard to crochet with right hand if you're left-handed. So you can just hold it like a pencil, like this. So like this, I hold my pencil like this. Or how I hold it is that you see this little flat part right here. This flat part. By the way, I'm using the hook size 4. I'm using the hook size 4 for this. Yeah. If you want much tighter stitches in your amigurumi, then you can use 3.5 or even 2.5 like I do for my orders. So yeah. So I'm just gonna hold it with this flat part right here. I'm just gonna take my thumb and put it like this, like that. Everyone has their own technique for holding the crochet hook. So now I'm just gonna take the yarn and we're gonna be learning how to make a slip knot right now. So you take your thumb and your index finger, and then you're just gonna kind of put it like these. So you want to take this tail end right here, or the shorter end, I guess. You want to cross it over like this. Pretty simple. Then you want to take the longer end, which is attached to your ball, and you just want to pull it through your. You just want to take your 2 fingers and you just want to grab it. Imagine this is a crocodile's mouth. So you just want to grab it and just pull it, just like that. And then you have a little slip knot, I guess. That was a weird accent. Let's just do that again. This is the first step. Just put it like this. Cross. Take the crocodile mouth, hold the longer end, pull through. So take your hook and simply place it on here and you want to tighten it. So how you tighten it is just pull that. So we're gonna learn how to chain right now. So how you chain is you want to basically hold your yarn like this. So you can put it around your finger like this, and you can wrap it around twice, or everyone has their own method. So a lot of people do it like this, which is really hard, but I just do it like this. And that was my hair. And you just want to put it behind the crochet hook and then on top. So kind of like this, so behind and then on top. You just want to slowly bring this loop up, and then pull it through. So that is your first chain. I remember when I started crochet, I could not do this. I just had to keep on practicing. And I actually asked my grandmother to help me, because even my great grandmother did crochet. So let's do that again. You do put the yarn behind. By the way, this is called yarn over. When you do that, that's called yarn over. So you put the yarn behind your hook. You put the yarn behind your hook and then over, and then you want to slowly push it through. So just make really long chains. So yarn over, and then you want to pull through. This part can be really difficult if you're starting out. So eventually you're gonna get really fast in doing this, I do it kind of fast. And sometimes one of your chains are really big, like that. You don't want that to happen, right? So if you kind of mess up, all you have to do is take the hook off, and then you just want to pull the longer end, just like that, and then you can open up your stitches. So that's how to make a slip knot and a chain. So now I'm gonna teach you guys one last thing, which is how to make a magic ring, and there are two techniques. Let me show you the easiest technique first. So you make a slip knot like we learned earlier, and then tight, and you want to chain 2. So 1 and 2, and you want to go on the second chain right here. So you see these little V shapes. There, that's out of focus. So you see these little V shapes? That is one chain. So you go in the first chain, which is kind of tight. So, and once you do that, you wanna do 6 single crochets in this. And how you do that is you yarn over, and then you wanna pull through the first chain, loop only. Right. Sometimes you accidentally do both through. So now you're gonna have 2 loops left. It kind of looks like 1, but these are 2. And then you wanna yarn over and then pull through both of them. That's 1 single crochet. So we're gonna do 6 inside these. So you have to do 5 more. Let me show you guys this again. Put it in the little loop. It's kind of small. You have 2 loops. Then yarn over. Pull through the first loop only. You should have 2 loops. And then yarn over again and pull through both of them, not just 1. So let's do 4 more now. I'll just fast forward this part. So once you're done with this technique, you can see that it's kind of like a semicircle, and there's gonna be a hole. The next technique, there's not gonna be a hole. So how you convert this into a full circle is we're gonna do a slip stitch. Let me show you guys what a slip stitch is. So you go into the very first stitch right here, and you want to yarn over and pull through like we learned earlier. But instead of yarning over and pulling through again, you just want to take the first loop and pull it under the second, kind of like that. That is one magic ring right there. There's gonna be a tiny little hole in there. But let me show you the next technique, which is a bit more advanced. And I didn't learn this technique like about a month ago. I've been crocheting for like 4 months or something. Next, so take your 2 fingers, sound like a gun, like you can use 3 if you want, but I just prefer 2. And you want to take your yarn and you want to wrap it around 2 times. So 1 and 2. So you make a little cross X shape type thing. I'm gonna flip it around and it's gonna be like this. So go under the first stitch and you wanna grab this stitch right there with the hook. Kinda like this. Take the loop off your fingers. I struggled there a little bit. And then you just wanna yarn over and pull through. So you should have this kind of loop thing. You want to do 6 single crochets in here. So that is, so that's 1, 2, and this can be a bit hard, and I struggled with this a lot. So don't expect you to be perfect. And I'm just doing 6 in here, but if you're following a pattern and it says like 7 or 8, then follow that. Don't follow me. So now you should have this really big weird thing, and you're probably like, this looks nothing like the chain 2 technique. You see this little tail end right here? You want to pull that, and then your magic ring becomes really, really small. And as you can see, there is no hole whatsoever. This is a really good technique, but it's a bit more advanced. So yeah, this will be a semicircle or a D shape or something. When you wanna do a slip stitch into the first stitch, and I'm I'm out of frame, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna slip stitch into the first stitch. So yarn over, pull through. So we learned how to do a slip knot, how to yarn over, how to chain, how to do a magic ring, how to do a single crochets. And in my comment down below if you want a part 2 where I teach you how to do an increase, half level crochet, yeah, and stuff like that. So yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.